This topic is not about reading minds like Edward Cullen of Twilight. Only vampires can do that if they exist. It's about knowing beyond words what other people want to say. It's about sensing what they truly mean, even when they say otherwise. The ability to read people properly will significantly affect your social, personal, and work life. When you understand how another person is feeling, you can then adapt your message and communication style to make sure it is received in the best way possible. It's not that hard. This may sound cliche, but you don't need any special powers to know how to read people. So here are 16 tips for reading people like a boss. 1. Maintain objectivity and keep an open mind. Before you attempt to read people, you must first practice having an open mind. Do not let your emotions and past experiences influence your impressions and opinions. If you judge people easily, it will cause you to misread people. Be objective in approaching every interaction and situation. According to Judith Orloff, MD, in Psychology Today, logic alone won't tell you the whole story about anybody. You must surrender to other vital forms of information so that you can learn to read the important nonverbal enutive cues that people give off. She says that to see someone clearly, you must remain objective and receive information neutrally without distorting it. Objectivity is striving to see things as they truly are without personal feelings or biases swaying your judgment. Imagine a balanced scale. Objectivity aims to keep both sides equal when evaluating evidence. Open-mindedness is being receptive to new ideas and perspectives, even if they differ from your own. It's like having a map with unexplored areas. You're curious to learn what lies beyond your current understanding. 2. Be mindful of your appearance. Judith Orloff, MD, says that when reading others, try to notice people's appearance. What are they wearing? Are they dressed for success, which indicates they are ambitious, or they are wearing jeans and a t-shirt, which means comfort? Do they have a pendant such as a cross or Buddha, which indicates their spiritual values? Whatever they wear, you can sense something from it. Sam Gosling, a personality psychologist at the University of Texas and author of the book Snoop, says that you should pay attention to identity claims. These are things people choose to show with their appearances, such as a t-shirt with slogans, tattoos, or rings. Here's Gosling. Identity claims are deliberate statements we make about our attitudes, goals, values, etc. Really important to keep in mind about identity statements is because these are deliberate. Many people assume we are being manipulative with them and we're being disingenuous with it. But I think there's little evidence to suggest that goes on. I think generally people really do want to be known. They'll even do that at the expense of looking good. They'd rather be seen authentically than positively if it came down to that choice. Also, some findings suggest that perhaps psychological traits can, to some degree, be read on a person's face. Vanita Mehta PhD.D.Ed.M. explains in Psychology Today, higher levels of extroversion were related to more protruding nose and lips, a recessive chin, and masseter muscles, the jaw muscles used in chewing. By contrast, the face of those with lower extroversion levels showed the reverse pattern, in which the area around the nose appeared to press against the face. These findings suggest that perhaps psychological traits can, to some degree, be read on a person's face, though more studies would be needed to understand this phenomenon. Paying attention to appearance involves focusing on how you present yourself visually. It includes clothing. Choosing attire that fits well, is clean, and reflects your style or the situation. Grooming, maintaining neat hair, taking care of skin, and using minimal makeup if desired. Posture, standing tall with shoulders back and avoiding slouching. Body language, making eye contact, smiling, and using open gestures to project confidence. Overall impression, creating a polished and put together look that makes a positive impact. 3. Observe people's posture. A person's posture says a lot about his or her attitude. If they hold their head high, it means they are confident. If they walk indecisively or cower, it may be a sign of low self-esteem. Judith Orloff, MD, says that when it comes to posture, look for if they hold their high in a confident manner, or if they walk indecisively or cower, which indicates low self-esteem. Paying attention to people's posture is like eavesdropping on their unspoken thoughts and feelings. Here's why. Open vs. closed open postures with uncrossed arms and legs suggest openness to ideas and engagement. Conversely, crossed arms or legs might indicate defensiveness, boredom, or disapproval. Confidence level: a tall, relaxed posture with shoulders back projects confidence. Slouching or hunching can signal insecurity or low energy. Interest and engagement: leaning forward shows attentiveness and interest in what someone is saying. Leaning back might indicate disinterest or a desire for distance. Comfort level: fidgeting with clothes or hair hints at nervousness or anxiety. Mirroring someone's posture subtly builds rapport and comfort. Understanding context: posture can be influenced by factors like culture, environment, and physical limitations. Don't jump to conclusions, consider the situation. Power poses: standing tall with hands on hips or leaning forward on a desk projects dominance and can boost your own confidence before presentations. Mirroring, subtly mimicking someone's posture creates a sense of connection and shows you're engaged, but avoid mimicking excessively or it can seem inauthentic. Cultural differences: a slight head tilt might be respectful in some cultures but suggestive in others. Research cultural norms beforehand in intercultural situations. Gender differences: men might stand wider with hands in pockets to display confidence, while women might lean in and smile to show interest. Posture and pain: chronic pain can cause someone to slouch or fidget. Be mindful that posture isn't always about emotions. Posture is just one piece of the puzzle. Combine it with other cues and context for a clearer picture of what someone might be feeling. 4. Observe their physical movements. More than words, people express their feelings through movements. For example, we lean toward those we like and away from those we don't. If they're leaning in, if their hands are out and open, palms facing up, that's a good sign that they are connecting with you, says Evie Pumpuras, a former Secret Service special agent. If you have observed that the person is leaning away, it means he or she is putting up a wall. Another movement to notice is the crossing of arms or legs. If you see a person doing this, it suggests defensiveness, anger, or self-protection. Evie Pumpuras says that if someone is leaning in and all of a sudden you say something and their arms crossed, now I know I said something that this person didn't like. On the other hand, hiding one's hands means that they are hiding something. But if you see them lip biting or cuticle picking, it means they are trying to soothe themselves under pressure or in an awkward situation. Our bodies talk even when our mouths stay shut. Here's how to listen with your eyes. Fidgeting, tapping feet, playing with hair, or clenched fists can hint at nervousness, impatience, or even suppressed anger. Open vs. Closed, relaxed. Open gestures like palms facing up suggest openness and honesty. Crossed arms or clenched fists can indicate defensiveness or discomfort. Mirroring, subtly mimicking someone's movements builds rapport and shows you're engaged. However, mirroring excessively can seem strange. Energy level: brisk movements and a spring in someone's step often reflect high energy and enthusiasm. Slow, sluggish movements might suggest boredom or low energy. Direction: leaning towards someone shows interest, while leaning away suggests a desire for distance. Nervous habits: biting nails, rubbing a neck, or avoiding eye contact can be signs of anxiety or discomfort. These are just clues. Consider the situation and cultural norms. Watch for clusters of behaviors for a more accurate read. 5. Attempt to interpret facial expressions. Unless you are a master of the poker face, your emotions will be etched on your face. According to Judith Orloff, MD, there are several ways to interpret facial expressions. They are: when you see deep frown lines forming, it may suggest the person is worried or overthinking. On the contrary, a person who is truly laughing will show crow's feet, the smile lines of joy. Another thing to watch out for are pursed lips, which can signal anger, contempt, or bitterness. Additionally, a clenched jaw and teeth grinding are signs of tension. Also, Susan Kraus-Whitborn, Ph.D., in Psychology Today describes a classification of smiles in Psychology Today. They are: reward smile, lips pulled directly upwards, dimples at the sides of mouth and eyebrows lift. This communicates positive feedback. Affiliative smile involves pressing lips together while also making little dimples at the side of the mouth, sign of friendship and liking. Dominant smile, upper lip is raised and cheeks get pushed upwards, the nose gets wrinkled, indentation between nose and mouth deepens and raised upper lids. Our faces are expressive. Here's a crash course on interpreting emotions through facial expressions. Eyes, wide eyes scream surprise, squinting suggests suspicion, and furrowed brows might signal confusion or anger. Look for dilated pupils, a sign of interest or arousal. Mouth, a genuine smile reaches the eyes, crow's feet, wrinkles, while a tight smile might mask discomfort. A frown shows sadness or disapproval, while a dropped jaw indicates surprise. Combined cues: the key is reading the whole face together. A furrowed brow with a pursed mouth suggests anger, while furrowed brows with wide eyes might be confusion. Micro-expressions, fleeting expressions lasting less than a second, can reveal true emotions. Be mindful though, these are subtle and require practice to identify. Cultural context: smiles can have different meanings in various cultures. A head tilt might be respectful in one place but flirty in another. Not always literal. Sometimes facial expressions are used to convey politeness or follow social norms. A fake smile doesn't always mean negativity. By observing these elements, you can enhance your understanding of people's emotions. Remember, it's a skill that takes practice, and considering the context is crucial. 6. Embrace small talk. Maybe you feel unease with small talk. However, it can give you the opportunity to familiarize yourself with the other person. Small talk helps you observe how a person behaves in normal situations. You can then use it as a benchmark to accurately spot any behavior that is out of the ordinary. Small talk might feel pointless, but it's the bridge to deeper connections. Here's why you shouldn't shy away. Icebreaker: small talk eases initial awkwardness and sets a friendly tone. It lets people feel comfortable opening up for deeper conversations later. Connection builder: sharing casual observations or experiences creates a sense of common ground. It shows you're interested in others and open to interaction. Network booster: small talk at events or work can lead to unexpected connections. You never know who you might meet or what opportunities might arise. Practice makes perfect. The more you engage in small talk, the more comfortable and confident you become. It owns your conversational skills. Learn something new: casual chats can reveal interesting things about others' hobbies, experiences, or perspectives. You might even discover shared passions. Think of small talk as a warm-up. It paves the way for meaningful conversations and builds a foundation for relationships. So take a deep breath, ask a question, and see where the conversation leads. In The Silent Language of Leaders: How Body Language Can Help or Hurt How You Lead, the author points out a number of errors that people make when trying to read people, and one of them was that they don't get a baseline of how they normally act. 7. Observe the person's overall behavior. We sometimes assume that if a particular action is done, like looking down at the floor during a conversation, it means the person is nervous or anxious. But if you are already familiar with a person, you will know whether the person avoids eye contact or is just relaxing when he or she looks down the floor. According to Lorraine Kwai, a former counterintelligence agent for the FBI, people have different quirks and patterns of behavior, and some of these behavior could simply be mannerisms. That's why creating a baseline of others' normal behavior will help you. Learn how to identify any deviation from a person's usual behavior. You will know something is wrong when you notice a change in their tone, pace, or body language. Observe a person's entire act for a well-rounded picture. Here's how. Body language: watch posture, confident, closed off, fidgeting, nervous, and gestures: open palms, pointing. Facial expressions: do they smile warmly, grimace in discomfort, or furrow brows in concentration? Eye contact: direct eye contact suggests interest, while shifty eyes might indicate nervousness or deception. Speech patterns: is their voice loud and assertive, or soft and hesitant? Do they speak quickly or slowly? Movement: are they fidgety and restless, or calm and collected? Do they move with purpose or seem aimless? Interaction: how do they greet others? Do they initiate conversation or seem withdrawn? Personal space: do they stand close for intimacy or keep a wider distance? Energy level: do they seem energetic and engaged, or tired and sluggish? By combining these elements, you can understand their overall comfort level, confidence, and potential emotions. Context matters. Is it a casual meeting or a job interview? Consider the situation to better interpret their behavior. 8. Pose direct questions to receive clear answers. To get a straight answer, you have to stay away from vague questions. Always ask questions that require a straight answer. Remember not to interrupt when the person is answering your question. Instead, you can observe the person's mannerisms as they talk. Inc. advises to look for action words to get insight into how someone thinks. For example, if your boss says she's decided to go with brand X, the action word is decided. This single word indicates that most likely your boss, 1, is not impulsive, 2, weighed several options, and 3, thinks things through. Action words offer insights into the way a person thinks. Direct questions are your allies in getting clear, unambiguous answers. Here's how to use them effectively. Specificity is key. Instead of "how's it going?" try "are you happy with the project's progress?" This focuses the answer on a specific topic. Open-ended encouragement phrase questions to invite elaboration. What are your thoughts on this approach? Sparks more detail than a simple yes or no. What questions lead the way? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Questions get straight to the point. They target specific information you need. Minimize assumptions. Don't preface your question with assumptions. "You seem stressed. Is everything okay?" might lead to an answer based on your perception, not reality. Just ask, "Are you feeling stressed?" Silence can be golden. Don't be afraid of a comfortable pause after your question. It gives the person time to formulate a thoughtful response. Asking direct, well-phrased questions. You streamline communication and ensure everyone is on the same page. 9. Pay attention to the words and tone used. When you talk to someone, try to notice the words they use. When they say "this is my second promotion," they want you to know that they also earned a promotion previously. Guess what? These type of people rely on others to boost their self-image. They want you to praise them so they will feel good about themselves. According to Judith Orloff, MD, you should also look out for the tone used. The tone and volume of our voice can tell much about our emotions. Sound frequencies create vibrations. When reading people, notice how their tone of voice affects you. Ask yourself, does their tone feel soothing, or is it abrasive, snippy, or whiny? Words and tone act like a window into someone's mind and mood. Here's how to pay attention. Word choice. Formal language suggests seriousness or distance, while casual speech indicates comfort and familiarity. Emotional words. Listen for words that reveal emotions, like excited, frustrated, or disappointed. Positive vs. Negative language. A positive tone filled with hopeful words suggests optimism, while negativity with critical words might indicate discontent. Jargon and euphemisms. Jargon shows someone's expertise, while euphemisms can soften harsh realities. Active vs. Passive voice. Active voice conveys confidence and ownership, while passive voice might suggest uncertainty or blame shifting. Pace and volume. A slow, calm pace indicates control, while rapid speech might signal nervousness or excitement. Increased volume can show anger or emphasis. Stuttering and filler words. Like and stuttering can suggest nervousness or difficulty forming thoughts. Notice how tone can change a message. "We need to talk" in a neutral tone sounds different from a sharp "we need to talk." By combining word choice, tone, and other cues like body language, you can gain a deeper understanding of what someone is trying to communicate. 10. Trust your instincts. Listen to your gut, especially when you first meet a person. It will give you a visceral reaction before you have a chance to think. Your gut will relay whether you're at ease or not with the person. According to Judith Orloff, MD, gut feelings occur quickly, a primal response. They're your internal truth meter relaying if you can trust people. Listening to your gut refers to trusting your intuition, that gut feeling that guides you without clear-cut reasoning. Here's how to tune in. Body signals. Pay attention to physical sensations. A knot in your stomach during a decision might signal unease. Conversely, a feeling of lightness could be a green light. Sudden thoughts. Intuition often comes as fleeting thoughts. Jot them down or take a moment to ponder their meaning. In past experiences. Your gut feeling might be drawing on past experiences. Consider if a similar situation triggered a negative reaction. Quiet your mind. Give yourself space to hear your gut. Meditation or spending time in nature can help quiet the mental chatter. Don't ignore it. Don't dismiss your gut feeling as irrational. It's valuable information even if you don't fully understand it. Balance with logic. While important, gut feelings shouldn't always rule the show. Weigh your intuition against logic and gather information before big decisions. Build trust. The more you act on your gut feeling and it proves right, the more you'll trust it in the future. 11. Pay attention to any goosebumps you may feel. Goosebumps happen when we resonate with people who move or inspire us. It can also happen when a person is saying something that strikes a chord within us. When we look at research on the chills outside of the evolutionary response to warm ourselves, it's music that seems to trigger it, as well as moving experiences and even movies, said Kevin Gilliland, a Dallas-based clinical psychologist. Additionally, we feel it when we experience déjà vu, a recognition that you've known someone before, though you've actually never met. Goosebumps, aka piloerection, are your body's way of reacting to chills or thrills. Tiny muscles by your hair follicles, erect or pili, are the culprits. When triggered, these muscles contract, raising your hairs. The bumpy skin texture resembles a plucked goose, hence the name. Causes of goosebumps. Cold, your body tries to trap insulating air by fluffing up fur, even if it's minimal. Fear or excitement, fight or flight response kicks in, prepping for action. Adrenaline surges, raising hairs to appear bigger and more intimidating. Not so fun facts. Goosebumps are an evolutionary leftover. Our hairier ancestors used them for better insulation and intimidation. They don't actually generate much warmth in humans anymore. Feeling the feels. Goosebumps can be a physical response to emotional chills. Pay attention to situations that trigger them to gain a deeper understanding of your emotional landscape. 12. Pay attention to sudden insights or realizations. Sometimes you may get an aha moment about people, but stay alert because these insights come in a flash. We tend to miss it because we go on to the next thought so rapidly that these critical insights get lost. According to Judith Orloff, MD, gut feelings are your internal truth meter. Gut feelings occur quickly, a primal response. They're your internal truth meter relaying if you can trust people. Flashes of insight are those sudden moments of brilliant understanding, like a light bulb flickering on in your mind. They can strike anytime, anywhere, and hold immense value. Here's how to pay attention to them. Recognize the feeling. A flash of insight often comes with a distinct feeling. It could be a wave of clarity, a jolt of excitement, or a sudden aha moment. Capture the spark when it hits. Act fast. Jot down keywords, record a voice note, or sketch a quick diagram. These fragments can be the foundation of groundbreaking ideas. Relax and allow, don't force it. Insights often appear during downtime, showering, walking, or daydreaming. Give your mind space to wander and make unexpected connections. Be open-minded. Not all flashes are earth-shattering. Some might be small improvements or connections you hadn't considered before. Value them all. Connect the dots, reflect on past experiences and knowledge. The insight might be the missing piece in a larger puzzle. Develop a system. Keep a dedicated notebook or app to capture your flashes. Review them regularly to see if patterns emerge or forgotten ideas spark new connections. Paying attention and nurturing these moments, you can unlock a wellspring of creativity and problem-solving power. 13. Be attuned to the person's presence. This means that we have to feel the overall emotional atmosphere surrounding us. When you read people, try to notice if the person has a friendly presence that attracts you or you face a wall, making you back off. According to Judith Orloff, MD, presence is. This is the overall energy we emit, not necessarily congruent with words or behavior. 1. The shift. Does the room feel lighter, livelier, or tenser with their arrival? A change in the atmosphere can hint at their energy. 2. Sounds. Do their footsteps carry a confident weight or a hesitant shuffle? Does their voice fill the room or barely register? Pay attention to the soundscape they create. 3. Temperature. Does the air seem to crackle with their intensity or feel calmingly serene? Notice if your own perception of temperature shifts. 4. Movement. Are their movements smooth and purposeful or frantic and scattered? Observe the rhythm and flow of their body language. 5. Eyes. Do they make fleeting eye contact, holding your gaze, or avoid it entirely? Eye behavior can speak volumes about their level of engagement. 6. Scent. This can be subtle, a familiar perfume, a hint of coffee, but it can also be a strong indicator of presence. 7. Intuition. Sometimes a gut feeling tells you someone's there even before you see them. Trust that inner nudge. These are just starting points. Practice noticing these subtle cues, and over time, you'll develop a heightened sense of someone's presence even before they're physically visible. 14. Observe people's eyes. They say our eyes are the doorway to our souls. They transmit powerful energies. So take the time to observe people's eyes. When you look, can you see a caring soul? Are they mean, angry, or guarded? According to Scientific American, eyes can convey whether we are lying or telling the truth. They can also serve as a good detector for what people like by looking at pupil size. Eyes, the windows to the soul? There's truth to that saying. Here's how watching people's eyes enhances communication engagement. Steady eye contact shows interest and attentiveness. Look away briefly to avoid staring, but returning focus conveys you're following along. Honesty. People tend to make more eye contact when telling the truth, but be cautious. Liars can also maintain eye contact. Attraction. Dilated pupils can indicate interest or excitement, sometimes a sign of attraction. Discomfort. Avoiding eye contact entirely can signal shyness, nervousness, or even lying. However, in some cultures, less eye contact is considered respectful. Blinking, increased blinking can be a sign of anxiety or discomfort, while very little blinking might suggest focus or even deception. Direction of gaze, looking up and to the side, might indicate someone is trying to recall information, while looking down can signal contemplation or sadness. Mirroring, briefly mirroring someone's blink rate can build rapport and connection. Eye behavior can vary based on culture and personality. Consider the context. By combining eye cues with posture and other nonverbal signals, you can gain a deeper understanding of what people are thinking and feeling. 15. Avoid making assumptions. This almost goes without saying, but keep in mind that assumptions result in misunderstandings. When you easily make assumptions without even knowing the person, it brings more trouble. In The Silent Language of Leaders, How Body Language Can Help or Hurt How You Lead, the author pointed out several errors people make when reading others, and one of them was not being conscious of biases. For example, if you assume that your friend is angry, then whatever they say or do will seem like concealed anger to you. Do not jump to conclusions when your wife goes to bed early rather than watching your favorite TV show with you. Maybe she's just tired. Don't think she's not interested in spending time with you. The key to reading people like a pro is to relax and keep your mind open and positive. We all make assumptions, but they can be troublemakers. Here's why. Mind reading myth. You're not a mind reader. Assuming you know what someone thinks or feels can lead to misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Fueling frustration when you react to an assumption, you might miss the actual situation and create unnecessary conflict. Clarity through questions. Ask clarifying questions instead of assuming. Are you okay is better than assuming someone is mad because they're quiet. Avoidance of drama. Assumptions can snowball into drama. Ask for clarification to prevent unnecessary emotional buildup. Respectful communication. Assuming disrespect can be hurtful. Communicate openly to understand true intentions. Ditching assumptions and seeking clarity, you can build stronger, more honest connections. Remember, clear communication is key. 16. Practice observing people. Practice makes perfect, so the more you study people, the more you can read them accurately. As an exercise, try to practice watching talk shows on mute. Watching their facial expressions and actions will help you see what people are feeling when they are talking, without hearing any words. Then watch again with the volume on and see if you are right with your observation. Here's how to turn people watching into a fascinating skill. 1. Find your spot. Pick a comfortable place with good visibility, like a park bench or cafe window. 2. Engage your senses. Don't just look. Notice sounds, laughter, conversation, clothing styles, and even the atmosphere. 3. Pick a person or group. Focus on someone interesting. What are they doing? Reading, talking animatedly. 4. Body language bingo. Look for posture clues, crossed arms, fidgeting, leaning in. Are they confident, nervous, or engaged? 5. Storyteller mode. Imagine a backstory for this person. Where are they going? What's on their mind? 6. Shift your focus. Observe interactions. How do friends greet each other? Do strangers seem comfortable in their space? 7. Be mindful. Don't stare or make people feel uncomfortable. A subtle glance and a smile are friendly. 8. Practice empathy. Try to understand their emotions based on their body language and interactions. 9. Don't judge people. Watching is about observation, not criticism. There are many reasons behind someone's behavior. 10. Make it fun. Share your observations with a friend or write down your stories. It's a creative exercise. One of the most important things you can know is how to read people. It makes you sensitive to the struggles and needs of the people around you. It is a skill that you can learn to further boost your EQ. The good news is that anyone that includes you has the ability to read people. The thing is, you just need to know what to look for. Reading people is a superpower. Here's why. Tailor your message by gauging the audience's mood. Excited, skeptical, unsure. You can adjust your speech to resonate better. Jokes for a lively crowd or encouragement for a hesitant one. Connect on a deeper level. Understanding body language. Crossed arms, nodding helps you see if your message is landing. You can then adjust your delivery or address concerns directly. Read the energy. Apathy or disinterest requires a shift in energy. Maybe a story, a powerful question, or audience interaction to re-engage them. Spot hidden needs. Nervous, fidgeting, or glazed eyes might reveal hidden anxieties your talk could address. Acknowledge these concerns and offer solutions or encouragement. Build trust and rapport. Mirroring positive postures. Lean forward. Uncrossed arms subtly builds trust. Responding to confused expressions with clear explanations shows you care about their understanding. Reading the room allows you to adapt your speech in real time, making it more relevant and impactful. Your audience will feel seen, understood, and motivated to take action.